What's good, peeps? T-Money up in the Heezy. Happy Wednesday evening. Here to bring you guys something a little bit different tonight. I'm going to take my stab at doing a movie review. Why? Because I feel like switching it up a little bit. I feel like I've done a lot of the same. Well, I don't feel like I have done a lot of unboxings and movie updates. So I decided I want to start maybe reviewing or talking about some of the movies that I've actually watched or purchased and then watched. I was doing body bags for a little while, body bags reviews, which was fun. But the viewership really wasn't there for me, so I felt like it wasn't really worth my time, I guess you could say. So, yeah, I don't know if people are going to be into this or not, but we'll give it a stab, I guess. Not that it's all about viewership or anything, but I just, you know, when you're spending time making videos and you're only getting, whoa, it's starting to snow outside. That's crazy. You're only getting a couple views for video. It's like, what's it really worth? But, yeah, that's nuts, man. It's April 3rd, right? And, it's starting to frickin' snow. That's crazy. Alright, so the movie that I'm going to review tonight is none other than a DVD by the name of Lake Fear 2. Now, this just came in the mail today. This is Lake Fear 1. I haven't seen this movie. I remember when this came out. I feel like it was like a Walmart exclusive or whatever, so... but I never got around to seeing it. Now, from what I understand, the two are entirely different films, entirely different plots, entirely different casts. They really have nothing to do with each other than the fact that they both involve water. And in this one, I believe it's a lake, and in this one, it's actual, like, Everglades swamp. So, we're not going to talk about the first Lake Fear, because I haven't watched it, and I'm here to review this. So, yeah, Lake Fear 2, The Swamp. It's put out by E1. It's from 2016, and the reason why I'm reviewing this movie is because I actually kind of enjoyed it for what it was. I had put it in a few months ago when I first got it and fell asleep, and I just decided to go back to it randomly last night while I was trying to, or 2 nights ago, a couple nights ago when I was trying to figure out something to watch. So yeah, and I actually enjoyed it. I felt like, for what it is, it was enjoyable. Good deaths. I'm rusty. I haven't done a review in a while, but I guess first off, I'll read you guys a synopsis. It says, for one unlucky group of thrill-seeking spring breakers, their adventure leads them back to the black waters of the Florida Everglades, a place where tens of thousands of flesh-ripping alligators. A place with tens of thousands of flesh-ripping alligators. Beyond the scope of the traditional predators is another phenomenon. One with 2 legs and an insatiable thirst for killing. So, very run-of-the-mill. You've got your young spring breakers, horny college kids going on a trip to Florida or whatever, to the ocean to fuck and get drunk and have a good time, but shit goes awry. So basically what happens is they're taking a tour, they're on a tour boat with this old man. He has a heart attack, they get stranded in the Everglades, but just out of view of where the boat gets stranded, there's this cabin. So they take refuge, they go to the cabin, they kind of just walk across the mucky marsh, get to the cabin. It's very disorderly, unorganized, shitty, dilapidated. Dilapidated or dilapidated? I don't know. But, and they find power, they find a generator, spark up the power. Come to find out, there's a major twist. See, when I first started watching this movie, I didn't really know much about it, other than the fact that it was, I thought it was going to be a creature feature that took place in, you know, the swamp. But, as they say on the back here, there's another phenomenon. I don't know why I can't pronounce that word tonight. One with 2 legs and an insatiable thirst for killing. So, there's a pretty cool plot that's, I guess, uncovered pretty quickly in. I don't want to spoil anything for you guys, but basically, the threat in this film is not so much the wildlife in the swamp, although they incorporate little bits of that into it. It's more a maniacal group of redneck Satan worshippers. Now, when I say redneck Satan worshippers, that's kind of the one thing that I find a little bit strange about this. And after you see the film, you'll probably know what I'm talking about. But basically, I like to just refer to the stalkers in this movie as just some redneck Florida fucking toothless derelict dirtbag trash fucking white trash killers out in the swamp. Racist, mind you. There are Confederate flags lined throughout the cabin and stuff like that. So, but it's good. And so basically what you have here is you have a bunch of spring breakers getting tortured and tormented by these killers, whatever, I guess I already blew that, in the middle of a swamp where they cannot get away because the boat that they went out there on is obviously died, or so they think at least. The kills are really good. They're brutal. There are definitely a few kills, one involving a drowning, one involving like a mallet or like a meat cleaver, you know, just bashing the brains out of people. And there's no mercy in this movie. That's part of the reason why I like it a lot, I think, is because without spoiling too much, it tends to go against the conventional grain, I guess, of or conventional horror movie Hollywood format where, you know, you've got your hero boy or hero girl at the end of the film. It goes against that. And it's actually surprising, and I kind of, after I watched the movie, I was kind of left feeling like, on the one hand, I was like, damn, that was refreshing, like, harsh. I can't believe it ended that way. But on the other, I was kind of like, what the fuck? Confused a little bit. But I sat with it, thought about it for a little while. And overall, I liked it. I thought it was really good. So, fun, good kills. Love the plot in this dilapidated swamp where they have no escape because the boat's broken down in the Everglades. Incorporating some wildlife. Not a lot, but there is, you know, a gator or two, or among other swamp creatures in the movie, and some really cool redneck killers. And unbeknownst to these spring breakers, see, because they think that, shit, the boat broke down, the guy who was riding the boat had a heart attack, we're screwed, we're out here alone. So they have no idea that they're going to be stalked and pursued by some redneck, racist, dirtbag killers in the swamp. And the way that they kind of swoop in is pretty awesome as well. I feel like I've already spoiled too much, but if you guys like, I guess I'd call it like a, I don't know, it's definitely like a brutal horror movie where you've got, you know, maniacal killers stalking and killing. It's not really a slasher film, I wouldn't say, but it is. I mean, it's the same, you know, format in that sense, but it's slightly different. I'm forgetting what, there's a word to describe it, but basically, invasion, I guess, maybe, I don't know, sort of like that type movie, but good killers, good kills, good plot, hot teen, college kids, they're hot, man. A couple of the chicks are smoking, and there's some nudie scenes as well. And there's a scene, just think Pulp Fiction, think Marcellus Wallace, and it's brutal, it's rough, it's raw, it's gnarly, but I kind of like that kind of stuff that kind of makes you like actually sit back or on the edge of your seat and just like tense, you know, brooding, tense moments. But no mercy is the theme of this movie for sure. So hope I've done an okay job reviewing this for you. The movie is directed by Ben Wilder, I believe. Yeah, and he's also in the film, and it stars. It's written and directed by, co-written by Ben Wilder, directed by Ben Wilder. It stars, I don't even know, it doesn't even say, Ivan Ilya Tuluk, No, are these camera operators? I think these are camera operators. It doesn't even have the stars on the back of this, unless I'm just an idiot. But none of these actors or actresses in this film are recognizable in any form or fashion to me. So I can't really. But they're good. They're, you know, they play the roles perfectly in my eyes. I mean, it is what it is. So I enjoy it. I recommend it. If you guys are looking for a fun invasion, intruder, slasher-esque film, check it out. Highly recommend it. I haven't seen this one yet, so I can't comment, but I might watch this one tonight. I'm not sure, but this rocked. Really enjoyed it. So that's Lake Fear 2. There's a review for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section if you actually enjoyed this and you'd like to see more reviews rather than just collection updates and overviews and such. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching. Peace, guys.